Condition is fail. The condition for me, the condition the Nigerian government is giving to Nnamdi Kanu will not work because this young man have said it that he will fight with his last blood to make sure say he get Biafra. But he was asked in that interview that if everything, every option fail you, will you resort to war? The Nnamdi Kanu said no, he will not go with war. But he will make sure he will fight with Nigeria with all his available resources and with his last blood to gain the Biafra. I think it is too late. If you look at Nnamdi Kanu, not today, not anytime he will deny Biafra because if he's a man that will deny Biafra, he will have denied Biafra for the 8 years of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's going to 4 or 5 years now. He has been under the custody of DSS. Yet he did not. Look at the last week when they brought him to court. See the energy. You see that kind of will deny Biafra. Have you forgotten that Nnamdi Kanu lost his father, lost his mother in this struggle? He could not even bury his parents. The parents who give him a better life. He was living a better life in UK before he came to fight for his people. So he's not coming to make money. It's not money. Do you know how much offer? Allegedly that Nigerian government has offered Nnamdi Kanu, promising all sorts of things that they will make him a vice president of Nigeria. They'll give him oil. They'll give him this. But he rejected all these things. That he did not come for all these things. All he came for to liberate his people. And according to Nigeria 99 Constitution, it's a title. It's a title to agitate for his people. It's not against Nigerian law. So for me, if anybody is thinking that Nnamdi Kanu will deny Biafra, the answer is no, he will not deny the Biafra. He's going to stand. Because if you look at one of the reasons why Nnamdi Kanu refused to bow down to this project is that the injustice that is being done to Igbo is uncomfort. Remember after the Biafra war, the Nigerian government told the Igbos that no victor, no vanquish. But it's as if the Igbos are in the side of vanquish. Because after the World War, after the Biafra war, there's no any sensitive position that allow Igbo to occupy. They don't allow them to rule. That's why may the gentle soul of late Payo Adebanjo, the president of Ferry, the gentle soul rest in peace. Against all odds in 2023, he said Peter Obi should be allowed to be a president because Hausa and the Yorubas have gotten their own share. They are part of the people that make us where we are in this country. Let's try the Igbos, which Osibanjo also testified that without Igbo there's no Nigeria. Shetima also did it because they are the pillar of economy of Nigeria. So if they are pillar, why can't you allow them to have their taste of power? So for me, anybody that is thinking that Nnamdi Kanu will drop the agitation, he can never drop the agitation. They're just wasting of time. So much who is giving, much is expected. Don't think the struggle with Nnamdi Kanu come to struggle. It's not an easy task. Even Jesus Christ, Jesus got to an extent when he saw what is ahead of him. He said, Sabataba, if it is your will, let this cup pass over me. But God gave him the grace, and Jesus took the mantle. Jesus took everything, and that's why we are enjoying it today as a believer, as a Christian. So Nnamdi Kanu is paying the price for his people. Nelson Mandela once paid this price for South Africa. South Africa is far better today in Africa, doing well because somebody paid the price for them. So for me, though, it's not going to be an easy ride for Nnamdi Kanu for him to just get Biafra. Whether the answer is whether he will get Biafra or not, Biafra will come. It might be time of Nnamdi Kanu. It might not be his time, but Biafra will definitely come. So the price is paying. It's not paying. Look at Moses in the Bible. Look at what Moses passed through before the children of Israel could get their freedom. So freedom fighter is not always easy. To be a freedom fighter is not easy. So that's why I am part of people that accepted Nnamdi Kanu. Some people say I'm Igbo. I'm not an Igbo. I'm from a middle belt. I like what the young man is doing. Nigeria foundation is destroyed. The Bible says the foundation is destroyed. What can the righteous do? The righteous have to destroy the foundation. Can you show this foundation to the audience? Let them see. Show this foundation. This is how Nigeria is. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is building on wrong foundations. And that's why you see that everything he's doing is not seen. As I speak to you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is becoming unpopular on a daily basis because he's building on wrong foundation. That's why I said it before the general election. Whether Atiku win, whether Obi win, whether Tinubu win, none of them can do the changes we want, except they do two things. The two things they need to do is either they restructure Nigeria or divide Nigeria, let everybody go and break the foundation and start rebuilding foundation. So if Tinubu is not ready to do that, I'm afraid that the future of this country is at stake, that Tinubu will not do much. And that's why you will see we are where we are today.
Okay, and lastly, when they say Nnamdi Kanu, and when they say he should come out and beg publicly that is disrupting the unity, do you think that these politicians are fighting for themselves, for their service interest?
They are not serious because somebody like Daniel Bawala that is saying that trash, that is saying that nonsense. He's saying nonsense. Nnamdi Kanu don't need to beg anybody before he's being forgiven. Udume that kidnap Ndube that kill a lot of people in Biafra land, in Biafra, in North. They caught him with the same Evans at the same time. Evans is being free now. Evans is still enjoying his life. Ndube is enjoying his life over there in the North. Where is the fairness? Where is the justice? What is good for Igbo is not good for the for what is good for the Northern is not good for Igbo. So for me, what I'm saying is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for his people because of the inequality that has been given to his people, silencing his people, marginalizing his people. That's what he's fighting on. So for me, I don't see Nnamdi Kanu dropping this agitation.
That's before Nnamdi Kanu will be released. We are talking about the conditions and rules and regulations they gave Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody before they will open the prison door for him. That they will have to bring Bible and Quran with Agu or Honogu. That Nnamdi Kanu will have to swear on top of Bible. That I, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on this very day, maybe let me give instance, 10th of February or March 2025, I denounce Biafra, that I put my hand on top of this Bible, that I will, after today, I will never talk about Biafra again. The condition for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is finally out. According to Daniel Buala, it's not that Bola Tinubu doesn't want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but the issue here is that Nnamdi Kanu has failed to abide by the rules and regulations, the conditions they gave him. That is why they never opened the prison door, the DSS door for him. Daniel Buala said the reason why all these people begging for Nnamdi Kanu release, you have seen Benjamin Kalu, some other people have come begging or asking or like doing all sorts for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. That why the presidency or the government of Nigeria have not listened to all these people is because Nnamdi Kanu never signed waiting the as a main sign. And what is that? Number one, he must denounce Biafra. Number two, he must stop agitating for Biafra. Number three, he must remove every cloth of Biafra from his head down to toe. Polo of Biafra, face cap of Biafra, trouser of Biafra, shoe of Biafra, stockings of Biafra, muffler of Biafra, anything concerning Biafra, he must denounce. And not just that, that Nnamdi Kanu must publicly ask for forgiveness. He must say that he is now a born again. And the federal government of Nigeria must see that truly, truly, Nnamdi Kanu is now born again. It did not end there. They say releasing Nnamdi Kanu is not a big deal for them. But the thing is that whenever they see people begging for his release, it makes them not to be happy because the person you are begging for his release doesn't even want to follow the condition they gave him in DSS. That if Nnamdi Kanu truly want to be out of DSS custody, he knows what he's supposed to do. They have reached out to him. For him to be born again is a simple thing, but he is adamant. He's still stubborn, standing where he stands. He say he can never denounce Biafra. That why will you people outside be asking for Nnamdi Kanu release? Meanwhile, he is inside DSS custody, proving stubborn, saying why they never release him. That Bola Tinubu said he doesn't want anybody that will, in his government, be saying that they want to succeed, they want to disintegration of Nigeria. That thing does not make any sense because they are one united Nigeria. And in one united Nigeria is where they stand. So they want Nnamdi Kanu to show them, to prove to them that he is really ready to come out of DSS custody by publicly saying that he is no longer interested in any issue that concerns Biafra. That before Nnamdi Kanu will be released, we are talking about the conditions and rules and regulations they gave Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody before they will open the prison door for him. That they will have to bring Bible and Quran with Agu or Honogu. That Nnamdi Kanu will have to swear on top of Bible. That I, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on this very day, maybe let me give instance, 10th of February or March 2025, I denounce Biafra, that I put my hand on top of this Bible, that I will, after today, I will never talk about Biafra again. And I will tell my people, my Igbo people, brothers and sisters, they should stop talking about Biafra. I'm going to show you the video, please. I want you to be patient. I just want to give you like a background or a summary of kind of what you're about to watch. 2, that they are going to bring Quran. Nnamdi Kanu will place his hand on top of Quran and swear on top of this Quran that he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Oku Kanu of Umuahia, Afaribeku. I denounce today that I will never talk about Biafra again, because I have seen that talking about Biafra is making Nigeria not to be growing economically. So I will have to stop talking about Biafra today. On top of this, with this Quran, I put my hand on top. They will now bring Agwo for him, or Honogu, Agwo, Eman Agwo. And in front of Namdi Kanu is Agwo. Namdi Kanu will now swear with the Agwo that I, Mazen Namdi Kanu, looking at this Agwo, this is our Agwo of Ndenanaiha. I have denounced Biafra today. I will not talk about Biafra again. And also, that Namdi Kanu is not expected to start, complaining about how come we are not Biafra. You don't want to give us Biafra. You don't want to give us Igbo presidency. Seaport, everything you have, you keep it in the West. And our place is nothing to write home about. Say all those things that he always talk about, injustice and marginalization of Ndibo, that he will have to remove it like cloth and pour it on the ground. That he will have to accept anything that come with Nigeria. If they tell him to stand, he will stand. If they tell Ndibo to move, he will move. That he will also address Ndibo that the whole of Igbo race, please, I am no longer agitating for Biafra. All man on your own. Anything we wanna see for Nigeria, may wanna take. I am as Namdi Kanu, as I have denounced Biafra in DSS custody. I'm also denouncing Biafra in front of you people. And I am not a fully born again Christian. I am fully born again. Everything that I have done in the past, please, I want you people to forgive me and not forget. Let us move ahead and let us forge ahead. So, Daniel Bwala said that Mazen Namdi Kanu must denounce Biafra, must stop agitating for Biafra, must stop saying that Ndibo are being marginalized in Nigeria. If we reach presidency, Ndibo is not good to be presidency. We turn to minority in Nigeria, where we are the biggest population in Nigeria, because there is nowhere you go in Nigeria you don't see us there. So that Namdi Kanu will just calm down and forget about everything. Let those people that say that them be the Okabatabata for Nigeria, let them continue deciding what will happen in Nigeria. That is the only condition. Namdi Kanu will obey, and you will watch DSS custody. They will open it, and he will walk out of the cell. And they will not just release him from DSS custody. They will have to watch him after the signing of paper and denouncing. They will watch him that he has truly changed. Then they can open the DSS for him to be free and go and unite with his family. No more Biafra, no more Igbo presidency, no more agitation, no more marginalization of Ndibo. As soon as see on herself, more and take him like that. Daniel Bwala.
Let's look at it this way. As the father of a nation, Mr. President is the father of a nation. Several senior Nigerian citizens, elder statesmen have come out to appeal and said, we can guarantee good behavior and conduct of this individual. Looking at the insecurity situation in the Southeast, some have said, if you release this man, it would lead to peace, and those that have been committing criminality, hiding under IPOB, will be exposed. Is it not time we look at alternative dispute mechanisms to deal with this situation? Is it something the president might consider?
So everything in life begins with the person. Like, for example, are you a Christian?
Yes.
So there are people, they call them born again, right? Do you know how they became born again? They acknowledge their sins. They repented. They are forgiven. Their sins are forgiven, and then they become born again. Unless there is acknowledgement by the person in question, I am denouncing this. She talked about the de-radicalization. Then government can intervene. You cannot sit where you sit holding that thought and position that is criminal, and then your uncle, your sister, your brothers are pleading with government to say, bypass all protocol and forgive. First of all, our judicial system, Namdi will have to have gone through the judicial process and be convicted before the president can exercise the order.
So, but there's still the presumption of innocence. He can't admit to what hasn't been officially said is a crime.
So if you don't admit, run through the process. You see, this the radicalization we talked about, they were not yet charged to court. Some of them while in court. It's acknowledgement. If you don't want to acknowledge, what's the basis of saying, I want to free him? Because some people say, if you free him, we'll handle him.
So,
what I'm trying to say is, Namdi Kanu is not different from another average Nigerian. The press, who emphasize on the right of the ordinary man, and when they ask government, they keep saying ordinary man, ordinary. You must talk about the real problem of ordinary people, rather than certain individuals that are the symbol of catchphrase and buzzwords. Somebody has to acknowledge he's wrong and said, I want peace with government, I want to renounce what I'm saying. And then you can say, okay, there is evidence cogent to say that this person wants to live his own ways.
So, in essence, I think the summary of what we're saying is that there's going to, the government, the Namdi Kanu is going to be detained, and that the presidency will not at any point step into the arena.
The villa is not a police station. The president is not a prosecutor. He's the president of Nigeria, tasked with responsibility to govern Nigeria. Law enforcement will carry out their work, and then people in government will carry out their work. I want to beg the Nigerian media to not choose certain individuals and treat them as more special than other individuals with the disproportionate application of principles. The ordinary man, when it comes to hunger, it is good for the optics to talk about them. When it comes to criminal justice system, you isolate certain individual. It's just like, let's say, corrupt people. Maybe there's a corrupt politician that's been in charge. There's some people who say, leave him. Meanwhile, the other people can be in detention. I made the point clear to you here. For de-radicalization to take place, there has to be acknowledgement and departure from your old ways.
We get your message, sir.
Thank you.
But that message, you don't know if it's for us. The message also should also be back. We have message.
No, it's actually Moses to you to tell them, because they told you and you asked me.
Yes, but we're also giving the message that we get from the people back to the government.
To the presidency. Which is
the presidency is that what we hear, and the pulse we're getting from them is that we need to see the government cutting down on the cost of government.
That for sure.
We're not saying
effective communication of government policies, because there's a...
Why am I here?
Yes.
Only yesterday and today, I have granted interview. How many? We did podcasts, we did TV and all the places. What am I doing? I flew from Abuja. Communication. That's what I do. When the tax thing came, 32 interviews within 2 weeks.
Right.
We will always, and you're free anytime to call us.
We are going to call you back, because we have a particular conversation that we'd love to have with you, Mr. Bala. Thank you for your time.
Daniel Buala, you said Namdi Kanu must confess his sins, denounce Biafra, and promise not to go back to his old ways. What sins, if I may ask? And I was expecting this journalist to ask you, but your court once discharged and acquitted him. Are you not a lawyer? What happened to that discharge and acquitted? But as expected, Nigeria journalists will do what they are called Nigeria journalists. They did not ask you that question. They allowed you to continue running your mouth like a tap. Daniel Buala, you want Namdi Kanu to denounce Biafra, stop agitating, and these are the conditions you people must have given him there, and saying that he will not continue in this way. This is not a good way. This path does not lead to anything. Let me go back. That is what you want Namdi Kanu to say. Namdi Kanu is not you. Namdi Kanu no be you. I know that if you were Namdi Kanu by now, you for don't collect even 500,000. Tell them, I beg, open door, my come out. So heat is too much inside here. But have you now seen the difference between a man and a man? That you are a man, Daniel Buala, carrying something under your leg does not make you a full man. Daniel Buala, that you are a man and there is something under your leg dangling, that does not make you a man. There is more. There is more to a man than what you call a man. And I'm happy that you can see for yourself that a man is inside DSS custody. Of a truth, we want him to be released. We feel he has suffered so much inside DSS custody, but because, like the conditions you are given is not only condescending, it is insulting, and you are not even ashamed of yourself to say that he should denounce his freedom, his fundamental human right to agitate, ask for a referendum. That is within his rights to say, I want to be in Nigeria, or I no longer want to be in Nigeria. And it baffles me to even imagine that you are a lawyer seated in the studio and like vomiting this trash from your mouth. Daniel Buala, let me repeat myself, that you have that manhood under your leg that is dangling like a bell. That does not make you a man. The real man is that man inside DSS custody, that you have brought all those conditions, brought papers, force him. This is 3 years, like this is 4 years. In a few months' time, Namdi Kanu will be 4 years, 4 consecutive years inside DSS custody. And like you are not saying him for him to bend in a problem. But you are in PDP. You castigated Bola Tinubu. You called him all sort of name. You said even if you give Bola Tinubu 30 years, that Tinubu can never make any change in Nigeria. After everything, you called him all manner of name. There is nothing you did not say about Tinubu in particular. You still went back to that APC that you once denigrated, and now you are with them. You have no other option. You just have to, because you are looking for how you are going to survive. Namdi Kanu is not looking for survival. Daniel Bwala, you are looking for how to survive. Namdi Kanu is not looking for how to survive. He's fighting for his people. You are searching for crumbs. Namdi Kanu cannot search for crumbs. Now, why you search the crumbs, reach Asorok? The same people where you insult, now the same people where you lick their axe. Have you seen that there is a difference between a man and a man? Since that Namdi Kanu waited for DSS custody, if not you, by now, he will be crying, shouting, begging. He will even beg Tinubu that he will work for him. If you are Namdi Kanu by now, Daniel Bwala, you for the beg Tinubu, I beg, ma they wash your clothes, ma they swim for you, I will serve you. But have you seen that Namdi Kanu is not willing and ready to serve anybody? He's your fellow man. Oh, the same way where you say you be man, carry every ingredient of a man. Now the same thing when Namdi carry. The difference is that you are a axe licker while he is not. We want him to be released, but we don't want him to insult himself because he wants to be free from the hands of vultures. We want him to be released, but we don't want him to come to your level. Your level is too low. Your level, you're there for the level of Rino Omokri and all those other APC, Ronu terrorist criminal urchins. Namdi Kanu, whenever you want to talk about Namdi Kanu, where they place Namdi Kanu as of today is where Nelson Mandela Day. Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, Steve Biko, like all those people you know that fought for their people, all those revolutionaries. These are the place. Now where you go place Namdi Kanu. Look at him now. When it comes to intelligence, he has everything. There is nothing he doesn't have. Beauty, handsome. He's a very handsome man. Namdi Kanu no go stand, you go stand. Now you were one now. See your teeth now. Your teeth brown. Very dirty and smelling teeth that you even have to go upon all the things that you try to wash your teeth. He's still smelling. People can attest that your teeth is still smelling. And very brown and irritating. Your teeth. But when Namdi Kanu there for DSS, every time you come out, you know they see him. How fresh and how fresh he look. Smelling nice. Do you need anybody to tell you? Upon the one cloth we wanna give him, but he still appear neat more than you. Daniel Bwala. Now on a day outside, but Namdi Kanu there for DSS, but now on a day suffer. Namdi Kanu there for DSS, but now on a day shrink. Look at you. See how because of food, because of anywhere below face, you don't shrink. You were they interview you for Arise TV the other time. They were asking you a question. How come you insulted APC? Now you are in APC. Because of you don't know how to answer the question. You were scared. You asked them to off camera. I watch you on Arise. Rufa Yoseni was asking you a question. You asked them to off the camera and you enter latrine. You were purging. You cannot answer the question. You were ashamed of yourself because after insulting the government of APC, you went back to your vomits because you are lazy. Namdi Kanu is not you. He is a freedom fighter. You are an axe licker. Namdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. You are an axe licker, a crumbs chaser. You chase crumbs. You are not there for the same level. You're not there for the same level with him. When Nelson Mandela, them like all those people, men, we get level. You don't get levels now. You have no levels. The only thing that make you a man is that bell. That bell where they in between your legs. That thing that always don't go na China. That is the only thing that make you a man. See a man wait there for DSS custody 4 good years. Or you denounce Biafra. Una don't present Bible, present album, present Quran, everything we present, including cash, billions of dollars. I know now they don't present plenty money. He say he doesn't want anyone. You only 500,000. You will tell them, please open the door. Let me go. Let me receive fresh air. Just 500,000 naira. Daniel Bwala, you are willing to open the DSS custody. The 500,000 no change, but you open door. I beg, my come on, open. I beg. If you have 50,000, give me our set. Daniel Bwala, even with 50,000 naira, you will accept if you are the one in DSS custody. You will tell them to open DSS custody for you. You see, you are ready to succumb. You are willing to come down. You are willing to do anything for them. But Namdi Kanu cannot. You see, say we are not there for the same level. Come on, shut up your mouth. You are a child. Mature no God say so. Shut up your mouth. Shut up that dirty teeth. This is a man. when this is a matter of adults, we never reach for the time where we go call crumb eaters. Anytime we will start looking for people that eat crumbs, people that lick people ass, then lick ass, and the people that do all manner of things just to feed. Now that time we go feel call you. Now this is a time of men. This is a matter that concerns men, reasonable men, men that fight for something, men that fight for the right of millions of people, not you. You never reach your time. Now the place, anytime when you reach for, oh yeah, who go come watch this plate? Who go come eat this bone? Why I remain for this plate? Now that time they go call you. You're a beggar. You have no integrity. That is when they will call you and Reno or Mokri. When the Namdi Kanu matter no consign you, I beg. He big pass you. That matter big pass you. No chook your head. Okay, no chook your head for Namdi Kanu matter. Just close your mouth. You want an educated man. We want Namdi Kanu to be released, and you want him to come to the level of begging Tinubu when no go school. A man that went to school. Yes, I know when it comes to politics, you people might have leverage. Yes, but that's why we are begging our people. Chook your head for politics. Let's, like some group of people that you are more better than, let them stop determining how you will live your life, defining your life. Because right now, the people we are much better than, they are the ones defining, yes, our lives, because they're there for us to rock. You don't want them to be Igbo president. You don't want to get them to get Biafra. You don't want them to get anything. You want them to remain your slave. And you know it's not possible. An average Igbo man would rather buy than be your slave. An average Igbo man, you know now. So Namdi Kanu is not your mate. And as of today, Namdi Kanu cannot beg anybody, cannot sign that he doesn't want Biafra. You know they fear. Daniel Boala, you don't get liver. You know they fear again. You are like you, this little boy. You don't know your elders. You don't know your elders. So Namdi Kanu na sir, you could answer him like you will be answering him sir when he talk. He will come and apologize to you people and do what? Say he doesn't want again. He will stop agitating for Biafra. For who? For you people? Ha. Come Odogu, you are your slave because come and marry the Odogu. How can Odogu come and beg? You know they see yourself. You know they even see. Oh, it's well. Sorry. But Namdi Kanu can never stop agitating for Biafra. That is his right. Except he choose to stop. It is his decision, not your decision, not even Tinubu decision. That decision personal. It passed the whole of Nigeria. That is it. Denouncing Biafra and going back to whatever, my food. Rubbish. Thank you for watching.